Hey everyone, Odds here. Welcome back to the channel for another game of Mechabellum. With me today is Odyssey. Say hi, Odyssey.
Hey guys.
Hey, so we're gonna do a replay here. This feature is so far gonna be called, I guess, Workshop Wednesday. I don't know. We're just gonna go with it for now. But if you have thoughts about what to call this, we're gonna be doing. This is sort of more of like a deep dive, like a focused exercise or examples of a specific strategy or gameplay element or something that we're going to focus in on and get a little bit more clarity and detail with it rather than a broad generalization of strategy. So in this case, for this replay, we're going to be focusing on the crawler. Odyssey is in red here, so we're going to spin the camera around. So Odyssey, do you want to kind of explain some of what we're going to be seeing?
Yeah, so a common strategy I like to do is you go a little light on chaff in the early rounds, and then you kind of see if your opponent skimps out on their chaff clear, and then in the mid game, because usually your crawlers will slowly gain experience, you'll have like maybe 2, 3 crawlers that have levels. So then you just turn on level up your crawlers, get subterranean crawler, and sometimes I even elite recruit like 3 more crawlers. And then you just kind of like punch through them with through their poor chaff clear if it's like, I don't know, just some Mustangs or like a couple sledges or something.
Hmm. So we've got the steel ball start here, and that usually means, yeah, that's like we would expect. You have aggro on the one side. On this side, you chose the rapid fire cannon, the small chungus, because then you don't have to deal with the wall. Is that right? Like steel balls, to me, when they hit the wall, it sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to avoid the wall, and then get the turret to attack the steel ball before the crawlers come in. So I space my crawlers a little further back than I usually do with the steel balls because there's some splash on the
Yeah,
turret.
I've noticed that before as well. So you put 2 tiles back behind. I actually just had a random thought, like, man, everybody's kind of expecting if your steel balls to be going in on this side without the wall. So I don't know, maybe there's like some gameplay in the future where you do want to go on the side with the wall because it seems like the dumb play, and then therefore ends up working out because you'd have the asymmetric. But in this case, the opponent also went for a steel ball apparently. So
Yeah, I've thought about that too, but a lot of players who are playing defensively will do center deploys. So in that scenario, you might just end up screwing yourself over.
yeah, that's a big risk, I suppose.
Yeah.
And no one likes when you feel like you've already lost the game from the first round. That's probably why that's one of the reasons why they implemented buildings to begin with. So, all right. So unit drop, or sorry, not unit drop, item drop. We got missile strike. You've seen the cell immediately out of Lixing Hong. So no steel balls left, just all chaff. And you're setting up the side flank here already with the crawler and the missile strike. So this is awesome. I love seeing stuff like this where you deploy this and you're going to be pulling the fangs over, but they're just going to die to the missiles. So your crawlers will have time to warp in and get to the tower. And with the big Chungus here, it's not going to be able to kill those crawlers in time, theoretically.
Yeah, I love missile strike because you get a lot of little cheeky plays like this. Opens up more opportunities for you, and yeah, I'm just like doing a little flank there, hopefully to cheese this round, and just kind of biding my time, seeing how he wants to defend before I make kind of my decision and commit to how I want to, attack.
Yeah, I think that's a common and a really important concept in Mechabellum is you maybe don't want to be the first one to make that commitment. So by commitment, we mean choosing a particular unit that you have to maybe pay extra for, like a giant unit, or investing in a tech, investing in a specific thing where if you have time and you have the ability to then react to that and counter it, you'd be worse off. So in some cases, you want to be the second person to make a commitment. See oil thrown down already. That's quick. Round 2.
Yeah, because he's been selling his steel balls. I guess he had the money for it.
So you're loving these flank positions here. Like you have the crawler on the left, and then you also put the hounds on the right side.
Yeah, I really like the shallow flank, putting chaff clear there, especially because usually I'll do a deeper flank to pull, to get in, kind of punch into the tower from the center, and then all the chaff comes up the side there. So
Yeah.
having the extra chaff clear on the side helps clear that stuff up.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. When you have so much chaff here and it gets pulled to the right, it's all going to come down here and get funneled into these hounds. So we got a unit drop. Wraith? Okay, yeah, there's tons of chaff. Wraith could be good. You're kind of in a bit of a headbutt, not exactly a headbutt, but you're asymmetrical both sides, offense and defense.
Yeah, I just didn't like the other options there really. And he was into Mustangs. There's a lot of chaff, so extra chaff here is good. And if I want to, I can commit to Wraith because I haven't teched my Hound yet, or I could sell out of it later and commit to Hounds because I love Hounds. Hounds are one of my favorite units right now.
Yeah, Hounds also crushed all these Mustangs. Are you running... Oh, you don't have armor on Hounds. I'm trying out armor on Hounds. I feel like it's kind of awesome sometimes in some cases.
After this game, I put armor on my Hounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's... So round 2, we saw the oil. I was like, that's a bit weird. But you know what? It actually makes a whole lot of sense because we got Fire Badger spec. And so round 3, you get the Fire Badger drop, and that's going to be able to light that oil right away. So that's great value. And then the oil's going to come back in time to light it again later. So really good defensive play here from your opponent. And you're already kind of counteracting this, obviously. You've got the mobile beacon here with the balls going over for that other tower. You are pulling all the way to the left, so you should theoretically have an opening.
We'll see that the Chungus is there too.
Ah, good.
So I could have like... Yeah, it's shooting that crawler, so
Yeah, that's pretty good. But, ooh, just barely not working out, I think. Oh, you get it. Oh, nice. And then your level 3 marksman actually gets a lock on that Wraith. That's perfect. A fire dissolves, though, or gets put out. There's no fire there to clear the rest of this. But for a fire turn, you don't take very much damage. 2, 3, yeah, about like 4,500.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It was, fire turn, and there's been no commitment from me. So I'm feeling really flexible.
Wow. Yeah, super carry. We got the laser sight. I can see he's just going like hard on the Mustangs. Yeah, there's a laser sight over there. You pick up the orbital.
Yeah, I didn't see a need for the item. An orbital, he's got so many Mustangs and chaff, just clear stuff up. And because he's gone range on his Mustangs, I have to take range on my Hounds. I gotta try to keep up with the Mustangs. Because the Mustangs can do good into Hounds, but if your Hounds can get levels, you can do well against the Mustangs. But in order to get levels, you gotta get your range and kill stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of bubbles here, lots of Mustang. And so we're focusing on the crawlers today, right? And we've still only got 1, 2, 3, 4 packs here. 1, 2, 3 on the flanks. You almost have as many on the flanks as you do in your main. But importantly, it looks like, you got 2 levels on your crawlers, and that's going to play an impact later.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hidden move. You can just like pump up your crawlers later and get in there.
It's $50, and look how much more you get.
And Mustangs just aren't that good into subterranean crawlers.
Yeah. A lot of people, especially at the lower levels, use Mustangs for chaff clear, and kind of, they're going to have this weak spot where they're clearing all the crawlers and they think that it's totally fine, If you get levels on crawlers and you go subterranean, it's gonna really like throw them off, and they're not gonna be able to kill them quickly enough.
Yeah. And I love to combo it with Mech Rage.
Yeah.
So your crawlers just get in there so fast.
Speedy boys. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that. I don't see many players doing that same thing.
No, I love it though. It's fun. It's you gotta find the right scenarios for it though. It's not in every gameplay.
Intensive offered.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff for him, right? Another laser sight for Mustangs or intensive.
Yeah.
But he's just like he's gotten a lot of good stuff for his Mustangs.
He intensive this guy over here. Now he's got a level 3 Mustang with laser sight. What did you go for? I missed it.
Intensive.
Oh yeah. Level 3 hound.
I love my hounds.
Nice. It's interesting that you choose to level up one hound to 3 rather than getting another hound to 2. Although I guess, yeah, looking at this, the experience is like close to leveling.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess it's a bit greedy. Like I just want them to naturally get the level.
Yeah.
I feel like they're close. It's not instead of like kind of wasting some experience, but
yeah, and then leveling the ones in the corner here is like kind of pointless because there's a shield.
yeah.
Oh, but okay, Mech Rage.
Yeah, Mech Rage helps a lot against Mustangs too. The speed obviously closes the
Yeah.
gap because you're going to be outranged, and attack speed just helps them, going faster. But now I'm thinking like, okay, obviously against Mustangs, armor does well. So I would have liked to armor my balls, but level 1 balls are not very good. So see, they're close to level 2. So I'm like, okay, just need to get level 2. And as soon as I level them up to level
they're
2, I'll
both
hit
close.
armor.
But they're not
Oh,
even going to
man.
be able to get in at all. Oh no.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and you can't chaff clear quickly enough here for this marksman. Oh, there it goes. Nice, get a lock. It'd be great to get rid of these shields. How annoying is this? You might get the 1. Nope, tower.
No.
We're gonna speed this one up a bit.
This is still okay because it was a setup round. Developing my chaff clear, and I set up more crawlers for chaff because I'm already thinking I'm gonna go subterranean and level them up at some point. I just need something with armor in front, and luckily, I'm given some good options here.
Sandworm's an option, Sledge is an option, Phantom Ray with armor is an option, even Fortress is a lot of HP. Yeah, a lot of choices. You got armor on Sledge too, that's cool.
Yeah, I was heavily considering the sledgehammers, but I ended up going with the Phantom Rays. It's a little extra damage, and being in the air means they take only shots from obviously units that can shoot air, so they should in theory survive longer.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times Scorpions are paired with Mustangs, which would kill the sledgehammers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so you don't want to counter yourself by going into that.
Yeah.
And it is mostly like you just want to tie up the Mustang, so absolutely the Ray with armor, that will only be shot by the Mustangs and whatever else can shoot up, so not going to suddenly die to a Fortress or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Still got this Wraith here, both of you guys.
Yeah, I wanted to sell out of it, but it kept doing a lot of damage every time I checked it.
Ooh.
Oh, and I do end up selling out of it now.
You ran out of time though, maybe?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You-
I just set up more Phantom Rays with armor. Even one on the flank there help eliminate the Wraith
Wow.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah, Phantom Rays are really great. So you've actually got 4 packs of them.
Yeah. Elite recruited an extra 2.
Tower's gonna go down. Nice. So because they're being able to tank, these crawlers are going to be able to get in now. And you already had 3 packs that had levels on them, but maybe you can even get a few more. And the hounds should be getting some decent experience now too. This one's leveling. That's steel ball leveled apparently. The crawler's leveling. Yeah, really good round.
Earlier, but this game they were a little slow. But now I'm finally getting the hound levels. Hound levels are very important too.
Yeah, the level 2 breakpoint is really important against crawlers. Everyone kind of knows that. Are there breakpoints that are important for the Mustangs? Do you know off the top of your head?
I'm not sure. I just know more levels means better.
Yeah, fair enough.
For hounds, they're similar to like the Mustangs, right? When you have mech rage, they're attacking really fast. So things, with high attack speed, because they don't overkill a lot, they do better with levels typically.
So just looking real quick. So attack for level 2 hound is 551. Level 3 is 826. Level 2 Mustang 788. So it looks like you want to be 1 level above the Mustang. That might work out. Something like that. That might be it. Also depends maybe on techs. You're +1/+1. Only +1 defense. Actually, one has got +3 attack already. Makes sense though. I mean, you're going heavy on Mustangs. And yeah, here we go. This is the kill switch. So we've got all these crawlers now. Click Subterranean and get all the levels on them.
Yeah,
so
it's
now,
a really good time to do it too because we just had the unit drop and he picked fortresses. So like it wasn't like, oh, he got Vulcans or something else.
Right.
He just has Mustangs as his chaff clear and that one Wraith. That one Wraith dies pretty quick.
Well, he's also got the Fire Badger going into the fire here. And the Subterranean, this is going to light. It didn't last time. You got a bit lucky, but it looks like he's shielding this time, protecting it. So it will get off and get that ignition. But the Subterranean, along with level 2, means these crawlers are going to be able to run through the fire without dying. Let's watch this more closely here. Hang on. So fire ignites, and you can see the crawlers coming through. And, well, yeah, there they go. I think if you had +2 defense, yeah, you're missing +2 defense, but they do get through. They just don't have very much HP.
Yeah.
But it is enough. You just want them as chaff, so that's great. We see Raidens now.
And always hit temp speed the round you go, Subterranean.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. So opponent choosing Raiden to try to deal with your Phantom Raid.
Yeah, this typically you'd think that's the counter. But it doesn't matter if the Raiden is just shooting crawlers.
Yeah.
So I was okay with that. And also Energy Shield on Phantom Rays does pretty well into Raidens too. For them to stay alive long enough.
EMP. Oh wow, you're greedy. You are such a greedy boy. You took the enhancement.
Yeah, because I had the ball with the level I could sell. So
yeah, you do have intensive. There we go. We see the energy shield. Yeah. So are we going to see Mech Rage? Are we going to see +2 maybe? You got another level on these crawlers here.
Yeah. I believe all those should be coming. Maybe not all of them this turn, but I like taking the levels.
Oh my god, so many levels on crawlers.
Mech Rage gets a little expensive now after all the levels.
Yeah. Because you don't need +2 defense now. I think if you were going to pop it, it would have been last turn when there was the fire.
Yeah, that would have been good.
More crawlers. Just make more crawlers.
Keep recruiting more crawlers.
The best unit in the game.
Yeah.
And now the balls have been sold out completely. So your army here, like, I don't know, man. Like on paper, it doesn't seem that strong, right? It's a bunch of crawlers. It's a bunch of hounds. It's a bunch of Phantom Rays. That's it.
Yeah. in theory, everyone knows how to beat this, but it's the journey, not the destination, right?
That's, yeah, well said. Yeah, you waited for your opponent to commit, make their decisions, and then you turned on the switch and said, okay, it's crawler time. Let's go.
Exactly.
So what would you do if it was a game where you didn't have those levels on the crawlers, though?
Probably just elite recruit more, but I don't know. Every time I've gone for this, I've had some levels on crawlers.
Yeah, sometimes you get them in the early rounds and they just wait for you.
Yeah. It's usually 2 or 3 packs of crawlers have a level by the time I want to go subterranean.
I guess if they don't have levels, then it might not be a game where your crawlers are actually gonna perform, and therefore maybe it probably wouldn't work out. So it really maybe only shows itself as being available when you have those levels, because it's a game where it is kind of working out for that.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
What the heck? Mountain here? Okay.
I was thinking about it, but didn't have enough money.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a good play. I think, you know, Raiden doesn't do very much damage, and you're offering a completely different problem. You have a lot of chaff, like high body units or whatever, and then you have like the Phantom Ray. So the next best thing there, right? Something different that requires a completely different response would be a Titan unit like that. Oh wow, we see this wasp with aerial spec. Okay.
Yeah, gonna cheese around. So we
Okay.
got our mech raid.
Yeah, look how fast these guys are.
So fast.
And you're kind of like killing yourself here. They're so fast. Let's see, 27 meter per second move speed.
It's so crazy. I love it.
But yeah, we just have level 1 towers on your side.
And yeah, Phantom Rays, I think just like one level over the Raidens with energy shields seems to be enough. And my Raidens actually are like level 3, or my Phantom Rays, sorry, are level 3, so
Right.
they do decent.
So how the energy shield works, I believe, right, is that if it gets shot, you know, it'll go down, and then it has to go to 0 before it'll do the damage there. So let's say there's a shot from the Raiden and it takes it down to like 2 with the energy shield, and it has to shoot again, and then it would only do 2 damage before it would then be able to do, like, the shield has to be 0 before it can do hull damage.
Yeah.
So you're saying if you're a level ahead, then you actually get an extra shot from that.
I believe it's, yeah, that's the breakpoint, something like that. Yeah.
There's that Vulcan. Are you worried about that at all?
At this point, no. Think about it. Level 1 Vulcan, like crawlers are level like 3. I think one of them's level 4. The Vulcan doesn't matter anymore.
Crawlers counter Vulcan. Is that what you're saying?
No! Level 3 subterranean crawlers? Maybe.
This is the 3rd oil we're seeing because of that really fast oil pick on turn 2. Okay, and you've gone Mustang here. Deal with the wasps.
Yeah, let's just deal with the wasps.
And a single missile. Yeah, I mean, 3 packs, like, what are you going to do now? They're just there.
Yeah, and he didn't have jump drive. I should have just put another pack of Mustangs there, but I knew he was going to oil up front, so I was kind of being greedy and put 2 Mustang packs on the opposite side.
Yeah, or even putting $100 in the tower. Oh, there you go. Okay. Wait, you did level it, I think, right?
No, I took defense 2 there.
Oh, God. You're so greedy.
It was scary. It was scary. What I should have just done is a second
missile, yeah.
But it'll be fine.
Missile does slow them down. Okay, there's the ignition, and crawlers are working their way through. Yeah, they get through, no problem. Now that you have defense too, it doesn't even touch them at all. And yeah, this would be a great turn for picking defense because you're right, now that they have the Vulcan with the fire damage, it just, you know, doesn't make any impact now.
Yeah, it's too late for the Vulcans.
Yeah, completely overwhelming. Nicely done. Yeah, cool. Any closing thoughts, comments or thoughts on this game?
I think it's pretty straightforward. It's just, I think it's a cool move, the just to turn on your subterranean and take your levels, and I like comboing with Mech Rage. But you got to have your chaff clear established. I think hounds are really good to pair with it because they're fast, so they get in there with the crawlers, take advantage of the speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been loving Phantom Rays as the armor unit. Like, you could, in theory, go rhinos or your steel balls, but then you have too much stuff on the ground. I think it's better to have an air tank. I guess you could do race too, but then it's a single target, which is also a little more vulnerable. And Phantom Rays seem to level up really quickly, and then you
Yeah.
also have the energy shield tech. So in my what I've experienced is they seem to be the best armor tank to combo with it.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing even into the Raiden, it's like, I don't know, you'd think it'd be pretty strong, but like you're saying, like when there's too many crawlers, it doesn't matter. You did have that marksman, the orange man. Wait, yeah, the orange man,
Yeah.
marksman, which did help you out for a bunch of rounds there. It looks like he's sold now that you have like
Yeah.
the air dominance with the rays. And then dealing with this, you just came back and built some Mustangs, which is a little bit scary because like you've got all these like light units that would die to the fire and stuff. But I mean, this game, your opponent played really well with the fire, with all the oils and everything, and it didn't seem to make any impact here. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Cool.
I wasn't too worried. And you have sweep on your hounds if you're in a bad scenario, but it gets so expensive. I really don't like clicking it because you really need range and mech rage.
Yeah.
Kind of must-haves. If in theory, if you had armor, you could go armor. So you obviously take less damage from fire.
So you're saying you were going to swap out to armor. Are you considering swapping incendiary or fire extinguisher?
Incendiary bomb, because the fire badger is now a core unit. You
Yeah.
don't need that necessarily that access to fire.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this one up. We're going to jump into a second game. All right, let's go. Here we are in game number 2. Odyssey up against Renworth. And what are we going to see this game?
This will be another example of subterranean crawlers kind of winning the game. But the cool thing about this game is I actually got to take advantage of the subsidized crawler card, which I very rarely get an opportunity to pick that and it actually like be useful, actually get value.
Okay, that's cool. And yeah, you've gone with the hounds again. We're going with asymmetrical aggro, going on the side that's open, doesn't have the big chungus. Sometimes I actually like to just go on that side anyway and put the crawler in front. Is there a reason why you chose completely open side? Just because it's open, or like you're not trying to do any mind games? You're just like, this is the best play, so I'm going to do the best play.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I think if they like know where I'm going, I feel like I'm fine to just go into them if they even deployed everything there. Most people don't. Most people do center deploys if they're playing defensively anyway. So yeah, I just go kind of where it's open. I don't really care if they know.
So we've got like 3 spots here and what, like 5 in front, 5, 5, 5. And this one's back a bit. Crawler's up against the wall behind these guys. Are we going to see a crawler behind? Yeah. So putting the crawler in the middle behind these hounds makes it separate really nicely. So you can see how it kind of splits into 3 here. And actually, you having it all the way on the edge there, it looks like this one's kind of splitting fairly nicely as well because it's being pulled over to the left anyway. So, nice deployment.
Yeah.
It's always good to keep the crawlers, like, separate because, like, let's say you go up against arc lights or something, it just means it takes more shots. So, it's something to pay attention to in the early game in your formations when you're putting things down, is how spread your crawlers get. So nice little trick.
You gotta think about the timing of like how fast your other units are when they're gonna arrive compared to your crawlers.
Yeah.
Hounds are pretty quick, so you can kind of just put crawlers right behind them. But yeah, if you're playing Saber Arclight, you probably want your crawlers to be a little further back.
Elite hacker. No.
Cool card, but no.
Okay, yeah, you've already got a level on a crawler. This one's 3/4. You only build 2 crawlers.
I got a third one, bottom left. This is just to stall the push on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm just kind of feeling out my opponent, right? Establish my chaff clear, a little bit of chaff to slow things down, and see what he commits to. I saw the mass produce a Wraith card, so I actually kind of figured he would go Wraith. Wraiths are really popular right now.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see. I knew I would lose, like, if he goes air. Like, I didn't want to just, I'll just get, like, a marksman or something, just, like, in case. I was like, sometimes I'll just give up the round to an air just because I'll just fix it next round. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an economy play. You've built up your board now. You're protecting your sides. You got your crawlers in the back. Those are things you're gonna have to build at some point anyway. And you got your +1 attack. So you got your hounds all upgraded with the +1. So they're like an important breakpoint, right? And yeah, if you lose the round, so what? You've made the economy play here. If you can kill everything else on the ground, you only lose to 2 wraiths. That's the most ideal situation. Looks like you're doing just about that. I'm gonna fast forward this a bit. Yeah, I think you will do that successfully. It's just these couple of void eyes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, I'm crushing ground, so now next turn I just have to answer the air. And he still has to deal with the whole ground battle.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't... opponent still has a problem to solve. And you have a relatively easy problem, because typically if you win the chaff war, if you win the ground, it's a lot easier to win the air. Because your ground units are going to be uncontested. So you've gone for marksman here. So the marksman should be fine in taking down the air because they won't have anything to contest them on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of times you'll see like 1 Phoenix is all you need if you're winning ground. Will eventually clean up the air, and then you have like this giga level 4 Phoenix.
I like this positioning
case,
here.
Yeah, we got the marksman drop, so I had to take that.
Range assault mode, double shot aerial. Yeah.
Yeah, I just do the further back positioning there because his units are coming in, and then my hounds and crawlers support the Chungus on the left to help defend that.
Yeah. And aerial spec immediately. So yes, it's an early tech. You don't need range as well technically if you're winning the ground. So aerial spec, that's cool. And we do see, because there's mass produce wraith and there's 2 wraiths, it's probably safe to invest in that aerial spec. Is that your thought?
Yeah, so like 9 times out of 10 I would recommend not committing to a tech that early. But in this case, you're right. He picked a card for the Wraith. Yeah, it's mass produced, so maybe it's not as big a commitment, but still. And he already made 2 Wraiths. I was like, I just click anti-air here, and if he sells out a Wraith, I'm okay with that. I consider that a win anyway. I was like, I just want to shut down the Wraiths, because Wraiths' levels are scary.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Wraith gets too high of a level, your marksmen aren't really going to work very well anymore. Shield airdrop is pretty good. Haste.
Expensive spells, but kind of early for them.
Would you ever consider the haste mod on? Well, no, I guess you wouldn't want it on this hound because it's kind of protecting back here. You've already got items on your other hounds.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good on the hounds, you're right, but I didn't see a good spot for it. I do actually like haste on sabers sometimes, but more
Oh,
like
interesting.
like a crossfire that just like zooms in faster.
That's interesting.
The damage doesn't matter as much, obviously. Saber has big damage hits, but the speed is cool.
More sabers, more hounds. Why are you building sabers here into like all this jank? It's all these.
Wow,
Mustangs.
look where I'm putting it. That'll answer your question.
I guess.
It was just to tank the Arclight and the Mustang, so that
This
I
is
could
new,
kill
so.
that stuff. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
avoid the Scorpion, so my plan backfires. But that was the thought. It also was to help like preserve the shield that I was putting down in the corner because I wanted it to live more than one round. But he played a Scorpion for some reason.
Ah, so he has been. He did sell out of the Wraith. Looks like he's going Mustang Scorp. So that's the pivot this
classic
game.
combo.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I have a few useless marksmen, which sucks, but I got him out of race, so I'm like, yeah, it's alright.
you feel more comfortable playing against the Scorpion and Mustang than the Wraith?
Oh, for sure.
How come?
Because he just really limited his chaff clear. If he's not going to get anything else, he's got it. Yeah, he picked up 2 arc lights. Like, so what? They're arc lights. But just race, just clear chaff so fast. Good into the hounds too.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Hound in particular. When you're going Hound, the Wraith is like the killer unit against the Hound. So yeah, if they don't go Hound, or sorry, they don't go Wraith, then that's really good for your Hounds. That makes sense.
Yeah, and you can see this round my hounds got a bunch of levels, and I got subsidized crawler. I had already 3 levels on crawlers. So already
paid for itself.
Even, yeah, already paid for itself.
100 costs for the card and 50 for not skipping.
Yeah. And he doesn't have Wraith, so it was like, okay, I can take this now.
The question that I'm wondering is, when are you going to click Underground?
Yeah, it's a little pricey. It's a little early. I need still need some more crawlers. I only have, was it 5 on my main board?
Yeah. I like the sabers in the Scorp. The sabers do pretty well in a Scorp. The Scorp needs double shot to like have any chance, but then you can also double shot. So
especially because my sabers already got levels.
Yeah.
So I was okay with that for now. Scorpions scale better, but
Scorpions need to lose some HP. That's just me being mean because I don't like Scorpions.
I've been liking Scorpions a lot lately.
What I should do, and this is a recommendation for everyone, is like, if you don't like playing against something, play it a bunch of times. Figure out how you lose with it, and then use that.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Looks like, yeah, you cleared those out no problem.
I think I took attack 2.
Oh, yeah. Round 5 attack 2. These hounds are crushing. So that'll help early get some levels. Also with the crawlers, might get some levels with the crawlers.
Usually you get mech rage before attack 2, but I think it's just a price point. His mech rage is 500. So I'll get mech rage on my hounds next turn. But it's just helping against the Mustangs, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just has a lot of Mustangs, so hounds need to kill them. And he took forever to kill these crawlers.
And the one thing about leveling up your crawlers a bit too early is you're giving more experience for killing them to those Mustangs.
That is true. It is a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
I mean, when offered subsidized marksman, or not marksman, no crawlers, you gotta, right?
Yeah, man. It's a fun card.
Crazy is your opponent picks sandworm here. There's tarantula and there's fire badger offered. They're just going.
Yeah,
Oh.
I expected the fire badgers actually. And so I picked tarantulas because I have armor on my tarantulas now.
Oh. What the hell?
So it's pretty much for this exact reason. So I've stopped. I don't really like tarantulas right now. I just love hounds. Like that's my main shaft clear. Or if I'm playing more defensive, I do arc lights. So if I'm not going in ever like a third tech on tarantulas, I wanted a tech that I could use when I get a tarantula drop. So armor is pretty good. You could like put it in back flanks or something for like dealing with chaff and mustangs.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Not every tech you need to take every single game. So in this case, you got the drop, you get the armor, and that's all you really want for this?
Yeah, exactly. If I ever do play tarantulas, I'm just only going to get range HEE.
Yeah.
So I have kind of flex slots. So anti-air on tarantulas is always good to have for clearing wasps and crap. And then you kind of have a force slot that I consider pretty flexible.
Wow. I don't know about this worm going into the sabers. I mean, that's why it's positioned all the way on the other side of the board. But you're crushing here and closing in.
Yeah, if you look at the board, like without those two tarantulas there, that sandworm would go in there fine. It's just like a couple crawlers and a couple hounds.
Efficient light, it seems around 7, pretty late for efficient light or super supply. I'd be looking at deploy mod maybe, or skip.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So nothing.
I just didn't. Sorry, I didn't see any good use for the deploy mod here. But I was considering it.
I think the only thing I would think would be like moving a saber over to the side where the sandworm is, but it's really not that important. Also, your sabers are crushing these scorpions, so it doesn't really make sense to move them anyway.
Yeah.
I think I'm. Oh my god, more levels here. And now we got subterranean.
And that was a subterranean round. Because I saw he didn't take the badgers, he took the worm. Yeah. Again, it's clicking subterranean after a unit drop. And you see what they take?
Right. More crawlers.
And we recruit more crawlers. Here we go.
So here's the thought, right? And probably gonna hear this in the comments. Is Odyssey, what is wrong with you? You didn't build anything that deals with air. You've got one marksman. What if they made, you know, wasps or something? Like, they've chosen their comp. They're going into this already. And a bunch of wasps is not going to do a whole lot of damage to you. You got 3,400 HP.
Exactly. I have enough health to play with that I can risk. I was just selling it to the marksman. And I did consider it. I was like, oh, what if he goes air? I was like, I got enough health I can deal with that the round after. It's okay.
Yeah. You want to, you know, defeat what you're already up against. Don't play mental games with yourself. Don't counter yourself before you even, you know, get in your mind and say like, oh, well, if he does this, then I have to do this and this and this, and you end up with this like really complicated flowchart. But you know, just play the game. Just like how you're saying in your original deployment, like you're not choosing to try and do head games with like the side here. You're gonna go where it's best, and you're just gonna play your game in the way that you know, you think is best to play it at that moment.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily blind counter around 2 Phoenix, which is a very common play, but I just say Whatever. I'll deal with it round 3 then.
And we
Go
did
for
see
it.
something like that last game, right? We had the wasps in the corner.
Yeah.
I still find it crazy you don't even have these level 2 towers, though. We're around 8.
He's not touching my towers.
Well, if there
Come
was
on.
that side deploy, air
Yeah,
deploy, then
you
it
could
would
do an
delay
air
it
play.
long enough that you could probably pop a tower before they get yours. That's my consideration.
Yeah.
I mean, your crawler upgrades are free now. You should theoretically have money. 200
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah, 3-3 upgrades, yeah.
Yeah,
I call
yeah,
it 3-3 because of friggin' StarCraft.
I know.
I guess they're technically 2-2.
2-2. It's 3-3 when you get the card drop. That's like, plus attack or plus defense.
Yeah.
Which then theoretically could be +4 or +5. So you got some levels available on these Saber, but I can't see your money with the bar here. Okay, so you've gone with the Phantom Ray armor now. Same as last game. So this is going to try to soak up some of these Mustang, but man, I don't know. Like this Mustang's level 4 already, but they don't have aerial spec because you don't have any air stuff. They don't have armor piercing yet. So I guess this makes sense. This kind of works out. And you just need one good round win and the game could end.
Yeah, so I really wanted to just go Abyss. Abyss missiles is good into Mustang Scorpion comps.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't afford it. So I needed something else that kind of dealt with the Scorpions, but also tanked for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
it was just enough.
Yeah, looks like it. Awesome. Does solve any potential air cheese issues as well, so you are kind of ticking a few boxes off with this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very similar board to what I had the last game.
Yeah, some of these crawlers have got, 17,000, 21,000, like not terrible damage, especially for crawlers. This one is 36,000. What? It's not nothing.
Yeah, when crawlers can actually connect, it's pretty good. They usually don't ever, so.
I guess you would call this like when you get the mech rage, that would be like the crackling upgrade.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it would
That's
be.
what we should call it.
Yeah. I love the cracklings.
Cool. Any other closing thoughts on this game?
This would be another good game if I went mech rage on the crawlers. The thing is, it's so hard to afford everything, right? You got to make tough decisions. I also think probably I should have done a couple flanks, pulled more. The deep flanks would have been pretty good to push in the towers.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of setting up a solid board and pushing in.
Maybe one of those when a deploy, sorry, not deploy. Yeah, the deploy mod or whatever was offered. Maybe it could have been taken on one of these tarantulas to pop into a corner, and you can move it around a bit in other turns.
Yeah, you think the same as me. That is the one thing I was considering. I was like, this one tarantula on the right, I think got killed first, and I was like, I could deploy, move it somewhere else. But I was like, I kind of don't care. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just make more crawlers. Make the scorpions shoot the crawlers, and then it's not a problem. Was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously another way to handle it. More crawlers, more chaff. Always building chaff.
ABC.
And you look at the opponent's board compared to yours. Like, look how many more chaff packs you have.
Yeah,
it's not much.
He's got 3 arc lights with range, and then Mustangs as his chaff clear. But this is not uncommon for people to do.
Yeah. No, you
gotta
do
take advantage of it.
Yeah, you do see the Mustang use the chaff clear often. A lot of lower level play as well. People love the Mustang, and they just make Mustangs. They'll make like so many Mustangs. It's like it can be very frustrating to play against because they just like they do everything and then they scale and they get levels and then I don't know, you click armor piercing and it's like GG. But yeah, this underground crawler with like maybe mech rage or whatever, closing in, staying alive forever, making sure you get your +2 defense upgrade. Then they no longer clear chat very well.
Yeah, I think we've all been there when we get killed by Mustangs. You're like, what can I even do? It does everything.
Yeah. That's why they made the Abyss. It's like, well, Bear Lake's like, Mustangs are taking over. Let's make a unit that actually kills them. But then, I don't know, honestly, some guys you build the Abyss and it just loses the Mustangs anyway.
Yeah, so if you go the anti-missile on Mustang and just make more Mustang packs, they'll just like shoot down the missiles from
Yeah.
the Abyss and then they can kill it. Not everyone knows that though. It's not always commonplace, especially to click anti-missile on high-level Mustangs is always a little scary, but if
Yeah.
you're just against Abyss missiles, it's pretty good.
Yeah, because the Abyss will shoot missiles, and then all of your Mustangs will shoot it down for the 4 seconds that the missiles are there. And then there's like 15 seconds where there's no missiles, and the Mustangs are able to shoot again. So it's not that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, enough about Mustangs. This is a crawler game. So hope you guys enjoyed this game, these couple games. Thanks for the insight, Odyssey, and joining us today. People loved when you joined the video last time. So looking forward to do more collaborations like this. And if anyone
Thanks
else,
for having me.
yeah, it's been great. If anyone else in the comments, like leave some comments about if you have any other ideas or suggestions or things that you want to see, maybe check out. This is, I guess, what we're calling our workshop Wednesday or something like that, where we're going to focus specifically on one feature or unit or thing or whatnot, and do more of a deep dive into it. And this is the crawler day today. So hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for having me.
Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Love you guys. See you later.